What up, YouTube? Before we start the video, we got a very important announcement for you.
That's right, we have our new milestone giveaway for 2,000 subscribers. That is a CGC 9.8 graded Thor #1. This cover is a Nick Klein sketch variant that is also signed by Janie Chase.
What? Are you crazy? Yes, we are. When we hit 2,000 subs, we're giving away this bad boy. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It would be much appreciated because we want to give this away, but we only can do that when we hit 2,000 subs. Let's get to the video. What up, YouTube? I'm Jim.
I'm Nate.
And we are Two Fat Guys Pull List, and we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of June 19th. That's right, we are halfway through June, and we have got a monstrous, beefy, huge week. Let's go.
Let's go.
First up, we have from Boom Studios, House of Slaughter, issue number 24. Go, Jow.
House of Slaughter has been House of Slaughter has been the best it has been this arc in the entire run. We're doing the butcher war. We're going with the two houses fighting against each other while also trying to fight our main character, whose name slips my mind, but it is just like it's just all out war. It's politics. It's all of the things that I wanted House of Slaughter to be.
My question is how does that guy chew? How does he chew?
That man, that opens. That jaw.
Oh, that opens.
Hmm?
That's cool.
Yep.
Looks like a bitch to like clean though. Like, do you use toothpaste or do you use like polish?
Next book. Oh my god.
Never mind. All right. Next up, we have Helen of Windhorn.
Helen of Windhorn. Yes.
Issue
number 3. However,
Right.
we didn't talk about issue number 2 on off days, and I actually haven't read it. So this is
Okay.
just here to let you know we are jumping back into this book. It is going to be mentioned. I will catch us up on both issues 2 and 3. This was this very like 1920s-esque butler, super big house, girl lost in a house, and then all of a sudden we added a fantasy element where Grandpa has a giant sword and is fighting dire wolves outside of the house.
Covers fire. That's all I got to say.
It is. It is.
All right. From Distillery, we have Spectregraph.
Spectregraph. This is the James Tynan book from
Second
Distillery.
issue?
This is the second issue. Him and Christian Ward are doing a little bit of a pseudo thriller horror. Looks like we are trapped in a house here. I will say that the first issue, while fun and art was amazing, it was very meandering. So I'm looking for a little bit more cohesion and a little bit more concrete plot in this one, because the other one was not great. Also, Tynion continues to push the buck on what horror is, and in the first issue, the horror there was actually so uncomfy that I didn't. So I'm hoping maybe we don't go that far. I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. This cover is also fire, and I'd say cover of the week because of the depth of field, the bokeh, the whole perception. I'm really digging it.
It's awesome.
All right, jumping over to Image, we have the One Hand issue number 5 from Ram V.
Yeah, we're finally coming to the conclusion. This series has been absolute bonkers the entire way. We're finally like, I wish I could remember all these names of all these things we read, but the main detective has fully realized that this is not even like a above consciousness thing. We're talking about fifth dimension style things here, while also still trying to the lost love of the clone girl android girl that he wants.
Oh boy.
So this is the perfect neo-noir in sci-fi setting story. What Ron V and Dan Waters have done here with the back and forth is like I've never seen it in comics. Maybe it's happened before, but man, this is incredible.
All right.
Very excited.
Dope. All right, after that, from Mad Cave, we have When the Blood Has Dried, issue number 3. This is Nate's show, ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently. Yeah, so this is our like very traditional Lord of the Rings going on. It's been a lot of fun. The first issue was very did a lot of setting and a little bit of character build up, and it was like maybe just a touch under on plot. And then the second one we got a lot more plot and a little bit more character, maybe not so much setting. It'd be really cool if we could see them nail all 3 in the third issue. However, every issue's been good enough that I'm getting more excited. So I expect that trend to continue.
Dope. Hey, I'm interrupting the video. It's only because I've got something really important to tell you. I know you know what we're giving away when we hit 2,000 subscribers. I gotta let you know about what we're giving away when we hit 1,250 subscribers. We're giving away this Uncanny X-Men #1 signed by Jim Chung, CGC grade 9.8. When we hit 1,250 subscribers, you could potentially win this, but you have to be subscribed to our channel. So hit that sub button, ring that bell, give us a like. Let's get back to the video, shall we? All right, let's jump over to DC. We're going to kick it off with Bitman, issue number 149. This is kind of our last kind of regular issue, I think. I could be wrong, but I think this is our last kind of regular issue before we dive headfirst into absolute power. But, you know, let's just take it as it is. It's Chip Zdarsky. It's Jorge Jimenez. I think we'll get like a nice little, I got, you know, I don't want to say conclusion, but we just don't know. We know Chip's going to be on the absolute power tie-ins, but I would not surprise me in the least if this is kind of Chip's like conclusion issue for his run. Hope I'm wrong, because I'm really digging what Chip's doing over here on Batman, but wouldn't surprise me because we just don't know what the hell's going on over with DC and like what direction is up or down. So only time will tell.
I've been enjoying the whole run though, so I'm not worried about it. This seems like it's an epilogue issue to the entire big arc that is
family. This is just gonna be a family issue, like 100%.
Vin Diesel. We need to strap in. I don't think that I don't know that the Batman book for the next 3 months, the Batman book that we know, but I would love for it to be. I mean, it is still Jimenez and Chip on at least the first issue. So
okay,
we'll see.
All right, after that, we've got World's Finest from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. You know, this has been a really like, I had no clue what to. Well, you know what? I expected not so great with this little story arc with the Doomite little villain versions from the 5th dimension or 6th dimension taking over DC. And we've got this like toy tinkerer guy here that's creating all the Might versions of everyone in DC, everyone in the DC universe. And at first I was like, I don't know, but man, it's actually been really fun. And I'll go ahead and say potential pick of the week here, because World's Finest, you know, when you count it out, that's when it ends up hitting you in the gut and you're like, God damn it, it's great. So definitely looking forward to seeing how this ties in. Does it conclude? I just hope it's not rushed.
We'll see.
Well,
the team's got a lot going on right now.
Even they got a lot going on, but then they don't at the same time. It's crazy. All right. Next up from DC, we have Green Lantern War Journal, issue number 10, and One Shall Lead.
So we've got Sister Construct that John built, which is literally a construct of his will that he is holding while he's in a galaxy used to comfort and protect his mother. It's so mind-blowing that he's able to do something. While he's also lost in another galaxy, and he is trying to not only break out himself, but break out these people that are trapped behind this whole blockade that's going on. In some ways, this issue has been, or this run, a lot of fun. The horror element, all the Phil Kennedy Johnson has been great, but it's always felt like there's been a little bit of shackles on this book, and now that we know that it's canceled, like he was not really given a lot of room to grow. But here we are. We got 12 issues total. So.
Feels like that's been going on a lot lately with a lot of books right now in the industry. So stop it. All right. Next up, we have Nat Wang, issue number 115. We are winding down part 205, Fallen Grayson. You know, this is the arc that we've been desperately longing for, and I just hope it lives to the hype, and I hope we're not just tearing down the character so that he's nothing more than just a side note in Absolute Power. Is that going to be the case? Probably. I don't know. I like Heartless as a villain. I feel like we should have been doing the story like a long time ago, but for some reason we just drew it out to the end. And maybe it was because for some reason Taylor just didn't have an ending in mind. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever find out. But my expectations are high for how this book ends because it's been so good. Yep. And much like a lot of other books on our pull list, you know, some of them are ending and then they're going to get relaunched. And I have to really come to terms and learn how to let go, because when these books start over, it's not the same author. They're doing their own thing. They're doing new things, and that's something that I've had to learn as a new reader. And so I just can't get attached. I just can't. I'm sorry, that was deep.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about it. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, I know you are. You're always calm, cool, and collected. Always. Never. No, I'm the emotional one. All right. After that, we got Wonder Woman issue number 10 from King. It does feel like we finally have found Wonder Woman's voice in this book. It only took 8 issues, but we're finally there, and now we're at 10, and we've got the team looking like they're coming in to save the day, to get Diana out of her situation, which is she's in this like limbo of thought where she's constantly in a dream state of reality, and she needs help. And I think what better way to get her help than from the other Wonder Women of the universe. And I right. I've liked this book, but there's always been an underlining of like, where's Diana's voice? And it feels like it's been found. So hopefully we can stay on track with that and continue a really great story, which has an amazing artist on it. Like, it's been great.
Yeah, Sampere and Moray is the perfection.
Yep, it is perfection for sure. All right, jumping over to Marvel, we're kicking it off with Immortal Thor, issue number 12 from Al Ewing. I don't know, man. This book's kind of in a flux right now. I know usually when that happens, when there's a low point in this book, Ewing comes in with a right hook and just like, haha, just kidding. This is an amazing book. But that being said, we're dealing with a bunch of different kids of Odin who we didn't even know existed. And will we continue that? I don't know. I'm a little worried. And I know that probably doesn't mean anything. It's Al Ewing, right? Like, you really shouldn't say that. But I am. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm a little worried for Immortal Thor. Like, I'm not saying that it's on the chopping block. But for me personally, I'm inching ever so close to it. Just a tiny bit. I'm playing with kind of moving towards, like, do I drop it? Just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm still really enjoying the stories that we're getting here. We found Tyr was locked in one of those cubes from gods, which thank goodness is not going to mean anything here. But I don't know. I find every time I get a little bit of an issue that challenges me a little bit, and like last issue, the next one is like,
right,
like you said, be right back in. So
yeah, it's like Al Ewing knows. Like, I'm gonna dip and then I'm gonna bring it right back. Like, it just seems like it's what he does. All right, after that, we have Invincible Iron Man issue number 19. This is the penultimate issue.
Thank God.
Rhodes is pissed. He's been in jail this entire time, and now he's going to fight Tony. What? Like, I don't know. What blows me away is I read an article the other day about someone saying that this run is dearly loved by fans, and they wish it didn't end. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the last run from Cantwell was amazing, and in that same article everyone was like, nobody liked Cantwell's run. I'm like, okay, I'm done reading this article, because it's like you're living in opposite world. It's not been it hasn't been bad, but it's not as good as Cantwell's run, and this is an X-Men book. This is an X-Men book.
The other thing is, it's literally an X-Men.
And so now we're just gonna and remember Rhodey, now he's pissed. Okay, like, it just, I don't think it's Gary Jerry's fault. I just think he's been given, obviously, an impossible task, and he's got to wrap it up because someone else is about to write Iron Man, and they're probably not going to use a majority of his plot points. So let's keep going. All right. Oh, I faint. Next up, we have Sensational She-Hulk issue number 9 for Rainbow Rowell. It's looking like this is the
penultimate.
This is the penultimate issue, and I'm just gonna. I don't want to talk about the negatives. I love this book. Rainbow should stay on it forever. She should never write anything else but She-Hulk. I know that's not the case, but write it down now. This is my patois. This is my pick of the week. So, like, no, not that, but this one.
Yeah, don't put me on there.
Why? What do you have a problem with this book? Do you have a problem with this book?
There's a good chance it will be.
Okay. Anyway, this is a great book. Can't wait. I don't want it to end. And I threw this out here in the pre-show before we started recording. We know Rainbow's it sounds like Rainbow's off. It sounds like she's done. And if She-Hulk comes back, I would like to throw Alyssa Wong into the ring as to writing the next She-Hulk book. I'm just saying.
I would like to say it's gonna stay. Bro.
I hope it
If
is.
we're putting what we hope in the universe, I'm just.
Well, no, 100%. I want to manifest that Rainbow Rowell will stay on the book and it'll get re-upped, and she's just playing cat and mouse. But if in the unfortunate event that she is no longer on the book and the book gets canceled and then it gets re-upped again, I would like to throw in Alyssa Wong. If I really knew who I want, like, I'm just saying, like, if Rainbow was gone indefinitely and I could have anybody, Donna Cates. Anyway, we'll move on.
That's your answer for everything.
It is. Anyway, our last book of the night is Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 6, from the great Hickman, who can write really good books and then can write really shitty books. But this one's one of the good ones.
Yes.
This is fan porn. Like, this is, I mean, Hickman is literally writing for the fans on this book. He knows exactly what to write down. He knows every word. We are literally fishes on a hook. Fish on a hook. It's just, this book is great, and we've got it looks like we're finally going to get it would appear a showdown between Kingpin from the Ultimate Universe and Spider-Man from Peter. My question is, when is the inevitable going to happen? When are the walls going to fall? When will the family get destroyed? You know, who's going to die? When is the notorious words going to be spoken? When will Spider-Man be Spider-Man?
He is Spider-Man without those things. That is.
But you know it's coming.
Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
I'm just saying it's going to happen. And my question to you, Nate, is who's going to die? Who's going to be the Uncle Ben?
Well, Aunt May was the Uncle Ben.
I know, but we didn't. It happened before we started the book. It's going to happen.
I don't care because it's not happening.
It's going to be his daughter. I'm just saying it right now. His daughter is going to die.
That made me want to say things that I couldn't say.
I'm just saying, I think it's going to be his daughter. I'm just telling you right now, the ultimate loss that Spider-Man always deals with. Because yes, he lost Aunt May, but we didn't see it. If
you think for a second that your old, decrepit, crusty uncle dying is the same as your daughter,
I'm not saying it is.
Then it can't be the same.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying someone's got to die, and we have to see it. And it's going to be his daughter, because his daughter picked the suit. It's so cute. Look at the refrigerator. I want it. Done. Dead. She's dead. With great, and she'll go, with great power comes great responsibility. Give me an ice cream. She's going to die. I'm telling you right now. That got dark. Well, that's the end of our new Comic Book Day video for the week of June 19th. As always, let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you going to read first? And what's your potential pick of the week? Let us know. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. We much appreciate it as we're on the road to 1,250 subscribers, but we can't do it without your support. Catch us this Sunday live, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll talk about all these books and more. Maybe a little bit of House of Dragons. I don't know. I'm about to watch that right meow. But anyway, don't look at him. He's just don't worry. Anyway, we'll catch you guys live this Sunday. We'll talk about all about the comics, all about the pop culture, all that great stuff. As always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.